Niggas ain't no breaking me. I just write it how I see it, you can peep my speech. I just write it how I say it, ain't no faking me. I just write it how I say it, they replay for weeks. I be cooking what you looking for, who got the heat. Wrote these books on how to get
Welcome to another episode of Don't Worry, I Said. And then to my left we got
Q.
And to my right
We got J.O.
And we got your boy Hollywood Tim. Man, we gonna get right into it, J.O. How was your week?
Week was solid, Valentine's Day, was Monday, so had a bunch of appointments Saturday. Sunday, Super Bowl, so, just being festive at the crib. And, today I just found out that one of my kids that I coached for Hero was shot.
Yeah, I saw you post. Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man, and it's like...
Is he okay?
Gone.
Yeah, my condolences.
And it's like the fifth kid that has been killed, strictly gun violence. Just being wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, my condolences, man.
That's always hard when you see kids kind of nurture their skills and go off to college, and then they,
life.
It's life. So
life too short, man.
Yeah.
How was your week, bro?
My week was this time of the month is always hectic for me because you got, like you said, you got Valentine's Day and then her birthday.
Yeah.
When is her birthday?
2 days before. So
mine's on the 20th. So
so it's always that. And it's like, shit, all right, let's get ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, I've been dealing with that for some time now, so I'm used to it. But just doing all of that, and that was really it. I mean, I took the weekend off, so I was chilling.
Nice.
But yeah, like you say, Super Bowl and all of that. So it was what I expected. I spent
regular routines.
Spent a little bit of money and all of that. So
couple dollars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my week was good. I go through basically the same thing you go through with birthdays and Valentine's and everything. You're running into each other. But I definitely had a good week. I can't wait to get to the sports section because everything that I said was gonna happen. So I'm ready to get into that. Also, we'll be shooting a bonus episode this week for Sports Edition. So we'll let the guys that information about that. They brought everybody back to work, so that's another good thing. But as far as that regular week, same old. Nothing too major. But before we move on, let me hear your recap from last week from your fan base.
It wasn't nothing special, honestly. It was just like support. Man, glad y'all doing y'all thing, man. Keep up the good work. So it wasn't necessarily nothing specific towards the episode. It was just like, man, we just supporting y'all and what y'all got going on.
What about you? I feel you.
It wasn't a lot of, obviously people love, they love controversy and friction.
Yeah.
They're gonna love it today.
And it wasn't much of that. So, some people was like, like they expected more.
Right. Especially with a guest or something like that.
Yeah. But other than that, like you say, the normal, the same, the support and, keep going. But this one, it was they wanted a little bit extra. I'll say that.
Yeah.
The expectation of, with the last one.
I would even say, before I speak about what my people told me, I would even say, and I told you guys, I feel like, we as Team D.W.I.S.I, we could have did better. I feel like we could have did better. I don't feel like it was a bad show. I just feel like it was a better. And as far as the guest, shout out to her. I still appreciate her coming. I feel like she was nervous, and I feel like as an overall, it could have just been better with us. Now, as far as the fan base, look, I don't tell you guys, but I have people in California, person in Florida, and the person in Arizona that I have watched the show to critique us, and I just say the same thing. They was very. It wasn't a good review. I'll put it that way. It wasn't a good review last week. So but I'm glad that, because I hate to hear just, hey, I appreciate y'all. I love watching y'all show. Like, that shit don't do nothing for me. I be needing to know the truth. Don't just tell me some shit that you think I want to hear. Like
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan went perfect.
yeah, we good. We 13-1. We I like them odds, but yeah, so I definitely appreciate that. I'm glad everything happened and the feedback is what it was. So let's get into what's happening this week. So we got two things. When I throw it to you, I'm gonna let you talk about. It doesn't matter to me what order. We got the baby and the Danny Lee little brother situation and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I know you read the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air premiered this week.
I seen all that.
Yeah, so yeah. So I'm gonna let you go first with that, Q.
The Fresh Prince, I ain't catch it yet, but I heard that it was more so of a drama than
hey, it ain't
what we was
the comedy
accustomed to. And I saw Uncle Phil. That was a little weird.
Yeah, that was different.
That was weird. I'm like, all right,
but you got to watch it.
When
you watch it, they couldn't have gave you the same feel from the you got, like you said, when you watch it, you'll see it.
That was a little weird seeing the previews and that, but no, I definitely gotta I gotta catch that. And
it's definitely a difference.
Yeah, that baby situation, that shit's super messy, man. Like, I hate to see it. I mean, even how it started with him and her in the crib, a while back. That shit is messy. And then they looking nuts in the bowling alley and
getting it cracking.
That shit was it was all bad.
It was bad.
Because if you think about it, it's like for her brother, it's like, well, that's my niece's dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna see each other often.
A lot.
Enough.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like that shit's super messy. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I hate to see it, but shit. Y'all seen what happened. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really feel no way. It ain't moved me none when I saw it. It was just like, these niggas wildin'.
Right.
Like, I'm glad you used that word.
Yeah. And what I got from that ass whooping was, well, first off, you can't go in solo into a situation and think ain't nobody homies gonna jump in. Because I know for me, if one of my guys got a problem with somebody and buddy, he there, and my mans have told me like, hey man, buddy said on site we finna get it in. Okay, cool. I see him. I know for me, in my old ass kicking days, I would have jumped in.
Definitely.
And that's the truth. If you know anything about me, like, yeah, that whole one-on-one thing, like, if it ain't one-on-one, nah, man. Like, because I don't know what the outcome of that situation. And you came in solo, you deserve to get your ass whipped. That wasn't smart thinking. You won a lieutenant of your army in your head, bro. Like, you supposed to know, like, I could possibly get jumped in here. Which you didn't get jumped. You got whopped, bam, hit the ground, and then they WWE tag teamed on your face. Like, what do you think is supposed to happen? What happened was supposed to happen? So I don't know what the outcome he thought was. He thought like he was gonna go in. Oh, that's the baby. Oh, I see it on site. It's right. Me and him. And then he thought like they was gonna
disperse,
have a big ass circle, have an arena, and motherfuckers gonna pull their phones out. Nah, bro. Like, you was supposed to get your ass whooped in that set. Now, if you see him walking down the street and you pop out like, oh, it's one-on-one, catch the fade, and then he beat your ass, well then that's really on you, because you hopped out with the intention to whip this nigga ass and you still lost. Hey, so I would say, is he little brother, big brother? Well, you hopped out like you was the big brother. You got a little brother. Okay, whatever, man. Like,
come on, man. I just wanted you to tell me your opinion, man.
Oh, well, I mean, bro. Next time you plan to fight somebody, I think you should plan a little bit better with that one, because that outcome, bro. But
give me a Fresh Prince recap, man.
That shit was solid. I like Will as the character. I like how they didn't necessarily reinvent him. like because you can see traits of the actual Will Smith in the character, but they updated him, like his terminology, his lingo, swag, and all that. Cool. The direction is not really a funny type of show. They try to put realistic problems in, which they did in the original Fresh Prince, but it kind of touches the audience a little bit more because of the temperature of how we maneuver in society today.
Right.
So, the other thing that I'm kind of leery on is how they got my man Carlton looking like crackhead out here. They got him out here looking bogus. My dude out here bumping like.
Well, they go to spoiler because you just said you ain't watching.
Well, that's my bad. But bro, like I'm sorry, I couldn't even help that one, bro. Like you wild, bro.
Now you don't even need to watch it now.
No, but it's a lot more to it. Like, and I don't want to give it all away, but like that one.
Cool.
That one threw me way the fuck off.
Yeah, because he finna tell you.
Man, bro, but it's good though. I encourage everybody to go watch it. Like it definitely took me back to like the good times when everybody used to sit around the TV and watch Martin and Fresh Prince and stuff. But it was dope.
My bad, Q.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. Hey, just hurry up and watch it, man, so I could say what I want to say, man.
Like everybody know, if you know me, you know this. I love Will Smith. So Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is my show. I put it before Martin, like on how I love it. I know everybody else love Martin. I love Fresh Prince. Love it.
That's tight.
But I will say this: I love this because, like you say, it's not the comedy that you saw in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when the actual Will Smith was in it. But this one, he already told you about Carlton. I'm gonna just tell you that
it's a lot more.
It's way. Don't go into that thinking that it's what you used to seeing. Mm-hmm. I really like this. Yeah. Far as the baby, I respect the baby. I respect Danny Lee, little brother. Because if I'm sitting in a thread on Instagram or whatever, and I say it's on site, he walked up to baby, and it was on site. Now the outcome may not have been what he was expecting, but it was on site, so I respect that. And the baby swung first, so I respect that. Now as far as the baby, right? That's what I'm saying. You got to protect yourself. Now, I'm swinging first. You told me it's on site. I'm swinging. Right. So I respect that. But it was a lot of backlash with him being jumped and all that. The only thing I had against it was this: it's not a such thing as one-on-one fights unless you guys are friends. If me and you get into it, we can fight one-on-one. Mm-hmm. But if we out and we into it with some other guys, hey man, it's not a such thing as one-on-one fight. I don't think no homie, man or woman, is letting a homie fight anybody one-on-one when it's quoted, it's on site when I see you. So that means from moving forward, wherever we go, I'm looking out for both of us, all of them. Only time is one-on-one, like I said. If me and you have a disagreement, we say put the gloves on, that might be the only time you get another one-on-one fight in your life. But that was just a recap of what's happening. It's time to get into the show. It's funny that both of you guys used the word that went into this topic in y'all conversation. So we're going to get right into the meaning of the N-word. So when you answer, I want to know your meaning. How do you feel about it? How do you feel? Is it appropriate to use it with any race, any song? I just want to know how you feel about the N-word. So go ahead, Jay.
As I get older, wiser, more experienced in life, I feel myself not using it as much.
Right, you just didn't use it a few minutes ago.
Yeah, no. I mean, I still use it, right. But I'm a part of the black culture where I got that right to use it. Like, you can't tell me that I can't use something that at one point in time was a word to put us beneath the ground. Like, this was a word that was in our culture used to describe us as the worst thing known to man. True. Like, we wasn't even recognized. Right. We wasn't even recognized as human beings. Like, we actually had to fight in the war, the Civil War, to be recognized as a human being. Like we didn't have 2 legs and 2 arms. Like, we didn't have the right to vote. We didn't have the right to go do anything. Like, we were the worst of the worst. And I don't understand how other cultures get to use that word, pretty much like borrow our culture to pretty much, I don't know, identify themselves in a way. A lot of times I'm confused on how you get to use that when you don't know what our culture been through.
Well, I think, like you said, initially it was used to, to describe us in a negative fashion.
Yeah.
But then us being, the creators we flipped it. And it's like, okay, to some it's like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
We make it sound this way. And now it's like, it's a greeting,
Yeah.
to an extent. It's used in songs and all of that. And now we flipped it to this thing to where it's acceptable. And then, like everything else, other cultures, they steal our shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And same thing there. Instead of, now it's like, all right, let me take this because they make it sound like this. It's cool to say it. Now let me say it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to go off what you said, it's like, nah, that shit ain't cool. Like, don't steal it now.
Yeah, because you never went
Keep
through,
using it how you been using it.
Yeah, because they never went through what we went through to actually get to use it.
So when you say that, you meaning our culture used NIGGA.
Right.
Their culture used NIGGER.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now they try to use it
Right, the
like
other way.
that
Right.
to make it sound cool, but it's like, nah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, no,
Y'all didn't come up with that to make it cool.
Yeah.
Right.
We flipped that shit.
Yeah, and we should have the right to use it how we see fit.
Right. Okay.
I know the other terminology is NEGUS, which means emperor or king. So like my niggas, you know what I'm saying? My niggas, you know what I'm saying? So that's the other comedic way to use that terminology.
This boy using words today, boy.
Actually, no, that is my actual spirituality that I follow is Kemet. So I know that terminology from that.
Right.
So when I hear somebody say, "Oh, you one of my niggas," you know what I'm saying? In my mind, because I know the other definition behind it, I don't have a problem with it. But if I know somebody that is of Caucasian or whatever other culture using it, I know you don't know what I know, so you don't get the right to use that word. Mm-hmm. So no, you don't get if you singing a song, you better blank and then keep on singing the song. You don't get to use that word if you're not around me.
That's why I was telling y'all. Honestly, man, I just feel like I don't feel like the word should be used. Period. I don't care if it's NIGGA, GER, GUS.
Yeah.
Off the strength of just so much conversation is about it. Like you say, people never knew nothing about US. Mm-hmm. People never knew nothing about that. Like you say, they shouldn't even try to make it cool. We made it cool on our end, but I just feel like this, man. It's when we use it and they hear that we use it, because we're not. I'm not walking up to you. I'm saying, "What up, my nigga?" I'm not walking up to you. What up, my NIGGA? Like letting you know which one I'm using. Mm-hmm. So when they hear it, it's like, oh, they don't care that we call them that, so we gonna do it. Not saying it's right. Not saying that it's right at all. But I'm saying that I always tell y'all that we want a difference. It start with us. Because we, like you say, it don't mean us. It don't hurt us when we saying it. It don't mean it when when you put the U.S. at the end. But if we have another color saying it, all hell finna break loose. Mm-hmm. So
it should though.
No. That's what I agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Ain't no way in hell they should use it under any circumstances. And I'm not even just saying Caucasian. I'm talking about any race, due to the fact that we wasn't even man.
Yeah,
we were animal. We were just strong animals that built this world, that was sold for whatever we were sold for and looked at for whatever we looked at.
It was property.
Right. It just, as life changes, now we accustomed to hearing it, now you my nigga. But I mean it with love.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, like, even if I don't have a relationship with you, like, I ain't never met another black dude in my life, and he'd be like, what up, nigga? Or what up? It's like, even
don't
still,
feel like that,
even still, like, I'm looking at you kind of weird because, I understand why you using it, because, yes, you have the same skin as me. We practically go through the same problems because we're in America. But have we built that relationship for you to call me that? And that's why sometimes I lean away from that word. It's just like, I don't even know you for you to be calling. I get why you saying it. You have the right to it as a black man in America, but
I can't even say you have a right to it. I just understand why you use it as a black man. It ain't a right. Yeah. I understand why you use it because I told y'all this. I don't care for the word in no spelling.
Yeah.
No spelling. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't use it. I haven't been, but I'm just saying I don't think just because it was beat into our head that's what we are that we have the right to make it cool and use it. I just understand the difference of the three ways it is used. But when somebody else on the outside looking in, it's still one terminology to them. And go ahead.
But you know what? I think the bigger issue is other cultures get to make our culture convenient to use whenever they feel like it. But then when we actually have issues where we supposed to band together about Black America problems, it's like, oh, okay, now this is just a black thing.
Right.
So if that's the case, if we just only got black problems, don't use none of our shit.
Culture, right. But this world was built off our culture. Like it doesn't matter what you think about. Everything was built off some black person had their hand.
Black person, black woman, like
African American, had their hand in it at some point. So all I'm saying, the N word is very controversial because they even saying it on TVs and political channels, and
I know.
Yeah, so
and that's crazy. You could use that word, be cool with that shit, but you can't say faggot. Shout out to my dude David Chappelle who actually brought that issue up on his show.
That's why he suspended the next one. But you got to understand.
Like, what are we talking about?
Because nigger, whatever, is towards directly blacks.
I hope
we can use it then. But when you say the fag word, now you upsetting them.
Exactly.
So that's what the difference becomes because you upsetting the other kind. Go ahead. What you got to say?
Yeah, well, y'all know that's a sensitive subject. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they, it's like if they don't like something, somehow, some way they can get that shit shut down in days.
Immediately.
And it's like, goddamn. Like, I wish we could do that.
No, we can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't.
Like is that is like here on the sensitivity scale, and us it's like, well, y'all been here, y'all been complaining.
Y'all been used to it. We don't matter. We get to it.
It's like, damn, like fuck us. But the second we say something about them, or just imagine us putting that a derogatory term in a song about a white person or a Hispanic or something like that, and it's like, whoa.
Oh yeah, you ain't going to Coachella no more.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you can hang that up.
It's like it's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the same time, it's like that's crazy that everybody else love our culture that much to where it's like they wanna be included. They wanna be able to say certain shit. They wanna dress. You know what I'm saying? We can get into that. We gonna get more into the shit, but it's like on one end, it's like it's like cool. Y'all want to be like us.
That's the only reason they fear us.
But when we ain't around, it's like fuck us.
Yeah,
but
right.
It's damn near like an envy.
I say this. I don't even really believe. I can't speak for slavery. I can't speak for nothing I've never been a part of. I can only speak for 2022. They really will love to put their hand out and accept us, but they have to fit in with everybody else and everything in the world. Because if you got to really think about it, like we don't really be bothering them. Like, we don't mind our motherfucking business. Like we don't really be into nothing that's directly towards we hate the white race. We don't just wake up and just say.
Because if they doing some shit, it's like, oh, they just doing that.
Yeah, they just doing
the shit they do. That's we laugh at them.
And we laugh at. But we don't wake up. How can we fuck with the white people today?
Yeah.
We don't wake up and be like.
We only have that power to do
like,
that.
And we don't even.
We don't care that much.
And then another thing about the N word, because if we're out and it's a gathering of, the other race, I don't even believe we will even be over there discussing the N word. Because we fuck around the end and they're fighting. Because they hear us say it and somebody else say it in the background. Now it ain't no more what's up, my nigga. It's what you say?
Yeah.
Like, what you say. So that's why I say, like, I just believe that word, like, should just be taken off the board, period. I'm not speaking of, like, I know rappers make songs off of it and you vibe in your car, but I'm just saying, like, even with us, just take it off the off the platform, period, because like you said it was a derogatory word to hurt us and make us feel less of a human being. We just made it cool. And what up, my nigga, and you know that's my nigga, and things like that. But I'm just saying, like, I just feel like let's take it off the table completely. But that's just one of the other reasons, you know, we just be back and forth as black and white because of that word and everything else, because they feel like they can say it because we say.
Why you want to say it though?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Why do you even want to?
Why do you want to say it?
Because we don't go around and say cracker or hunky, or we don't say anything that they get mad at each other for saying.
I literally don't think of that shit.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't look at it. We don't look at a Caucasian person and say that. Now they say that shit amongst themselves, and that's their way of getting up on each other's skin. But we don't look at them. And what up, my cracker? Or what up, hunk? Like we don't care to use the shit they want to use with us. We don't care to. We don't want to fit in to use their word. I just feel like, you know, let's take it off the table, and because it's a guy at my job, and when I say, now he's Caucasian, when I say he despises it, like if he walked past and heard us saying it, oh, it's up.
Man, I don't give a fuck.
No,
I'm using that shit.
But you can't say that and be that confident about it, because this is one Caucasian that hates the word. That's the he's probably 1 in a billion.
Yeah.
Hey, I was standing next to him, he heard it, turned red, pulled me to the side. He said this: I need you to tell them right now that I'm going to label on them.
Go.
You can't say that, Jay.
You can appreciate somebody.
Hey, I told him, like, hey, I'm only going to tell him one time.
Yeah.
And whatever you do, and I told him, I said, he feels disrespectful. He don't want to have that conversation. One guy said the same thing. Like, how can he tell me to say it? I get it. But you can't get mad at him for not wanting to be a part of listening to the word.
Don't be around.
Yeah, it's easy to say that, but if we had a you know, Caucasian guest and he felt that way, you can't look him in the face and say, "Oh, get your ass up," because I'm saying my nigga.
Yeah, only guys, on all my niggas, okay? What, bro? Like, no. You don't get to turn on and off my culture.
Nigga is not our culture, Jo.
It is.
That's not our culture, G. That does not make it black. That's not our culture, bro.
It doesn't make it right or wrong, but that's something that's a part of us. Pork. Anything dealing with the pig, like, is a part of our culture, because we had to butcher something that was the most lowest at our time, that where we didn't have food to survive as slaves, and made a cuisine. Yeah. Like, this is something that we know. This is something as black. Fuck that part. I understand that, but this is something as black people we know how to make something out of nothing.
I agree with that, but so, I'm saying that you couldn't tell him move around because he don't want to hear it. Because you gotta understand, you can't play both sides of the fence. You got one that doesn't want to hear it, and then you ask yourself in the same conversation, why do they think they want to use it? If he don't want to hear it, he don't want to use it. He's not wrong.
Y'all got earplugs? Man, tell my dude to invest in a couple good ones.
So let me ask you a question then. If I didn't want to hear it,
you my friend, I appreciate that.
No, take our relationship out of the picture. If another black man didn't want to hear it. Because I know some that don't want to be referred to that.
I can respect that, and I can understand why though.
So that's why I said that's not part of our culture. We just made it in a different form to fit it in.
That's cool. If another black man tell me, yo, I don't like that word, I don't appreciate that, I understand why you saying it though.
Gotcha.
You don't understand as a white Caucasian why I like to use that word. You just know from history this is bad, or what is taught to be bad.
Right.
You don't understand my culture.
But that's what I'm saying. If he don't like it, he don't like it. Because he don't need to understand it to be on the side of. Maybe he do understand it to the point like, I don't want to be put in the same category as white folks looking at black people as at the bottom of the barrel.
I get that. Yeah. And that's about to go into our topic of interracial dating, right? Yeah. Right.
So I'm glad you said that because I want to get, because we gonna translate right into it. So if that is the case, if that is the case with the N word, and we know, like, on one end it's cool, maybe it's cool. On one end, you know, it's not cool. Whatever it is, how we feel about it. So let's go right into interracial dating. Mm-hmm. Like, so how do we feel about that? Now, before you reply, now understand. Don't play the fence.
I'm not.
Okay. Q.
What?
Don't play the fence when I say this, man, I understand because we not finna. I'm gonna let you speak, but let's not play the fence.
Let's define dating.
So I'm not even saying dating. I say interracial actions. Because it don't have to be dating, relationship. I'm talking about
I say action.
Yeah, because I know who I'm dealing with. I know who I'm dealing with. Y'all gonna try to break actions with the different race. And like we spoke off camera, interracial only matters when it's black and white. Because when it's a black and an Arab or a black and a Mexican or a Mexican, it doesn't get as much as look as the black and white.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like whatever you run in your house, and if you was raised a certain way, but when it comes to black and white dating, that shit is
it's magnified.
So let's get into that. What's your stance and your beliefs, and just speak on the whole thing. Jump in when you guys ready. I just want you to lead up.
Well, it's because of history. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about how things used to be to the point where shit up until the 60s. That shit was illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even then in the 60s, some states still wasn't cool. Like, no. To the point where a couple, they were either getting sentenced to jail or they had to leave the state of Virginia.
Illegal to be seen. That's
literally
wild.
That shit literally had to go to the Supreme Court. And it's
that
like,
you got to ask permission.
Is it that deep?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to see all of that and to know about all of that, and I get it. You see it as growth, maybe, or some people, there's no prejudice and none of that shit, and it's like, okay, cool. But to see how it was, how some people pushed so hard to the point where they would kill, if they knew about it, you know what I'm saying? Like to see that, it's like, cool. I'm cool with that. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying?
And dating outside of your race.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not interested in doing that because you read and you see and you hear certain shit. It's like, all right, it ain't that serious. Like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for me when I see it, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of turn my face up at him like.
Now, turn your face up at who? When you see, explain it.
When I see black man, white woman.
Thank you. That's the only motherfucking time it's frowned upon. Is when it's the black man and it's a black bro.
Not for me.
No, I ain't speaking for, I'm just saying in society. Because if it's a black woman and a white man, that shit different. But when we let one of us do it, oh gee, it's up. It's we that, and this, that, and the third. But when the and I don't speak names, but when they celebrities, we can do it. Because never once I have seen a motherfucker butcher Eve.
Ain't Buddy a billionaire?
I'm just speaking.
But you do see that shit and with athletes a lot.
Yeah.
They date.
You don't hear shit about that.
They date outside. It's a handful that don't, but most of them.
That's when you get butchered, when it's the man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna let you get back to the top. Yeah.
But I look at it because it's like man.
So you ain't had no other fine black woman around, huh?
Yeah.
But that,
and it's like whatever. That's your preference, but still, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying. But again, that's their preference.
Right.
That's cool. I ain't mad at them. It's just like, come on, dog.
But see,
you know what I'm saying.
But now, if he was raised, or if he like
because a lot of that goes into that.
Like
a lot of that goes into
around a lot of Caucasian people.
Well,
and that's what you like. Then I understand.
Because I have family that that has done it. So it's like, all right, cool, I get it. I don't feel no way about them.
Yeah.
It's just because my family, he's not with a Caucasian woman. She's foreign. You know what I'm saying? I look at that a little different.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's again, I don't have an issue with it. It's just when I see it, if I'm out and I see a random guy and he has a white woman, it's like, all right, like
the shit when I hear that. Because like I said,
it's just so many things that go through my head when I see it. Because I think about how, you have that side that that hates us, and then you have that side that wants to be like us to the point where they're changing their look to look like us. So it's like things are just going when I see it, and it'd be like,
so that's when I say it's really magnified when it's African American and Caucasian. I'm not saying in your family everybody agree with the situation of the foreigner. What I know, damn,
cool with that.
But it could, if it was the other way around. That's when it's really magnitude, when it's black and white. Mm-hmm. What's your say on it?
If it's black, man and woman, that's
the devil.
That makes a difference. Yeah. But I feel like you're gonna love who you're gonna love, right? Mm-hmm. So that's not going to stop. Whoever you see, if you appeal, they're attracted to you, you're gonna like them, you're gonna love them, you're gonna interact, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, my issue is when you have those cultural differences, and how do you address them? How do you have that conversation?
Family? You talking about
family? Just the individual.
Gotcha.
Like a white woman will never understand how it feels when the police lights come on behind us. Like instantly, like sweat, or like you nervous because you don't know, because those lights in a lot of cases meant the last day of your life. But
go ahead. Even when you say that, like, understand, some of us don't understand that. Because me and you from the wood, we from the ghetto. So when we came to in South Harlem, there was a lot of shit they didn't understand about us. Yeah. But I get what you're saying about.
I mean, but most African American people in the United States, we understand what those lights mean.
True.
Like,
we understand when we see that Crown Vic.
Right. Right? You know what I'm saying? So there's certain cultural differences.
But is that her fault?
That's not her fault. Mm-hmm. But what she's getting into a world she doesn't understand. Mm-hmm. Now, do you saying I like or I love this person? Cool. You may enjoy this person's personality, whatever the case may be. Y'all may have a good time. Like, there are always going to be good times. But in most black people's lives, there have been more bad times based on systematic oppression.
Facts.
So there's a lot of things that you just do not understand what we go through. You don't understand when somebody calls us a nigga, right?
True.
And so, like, point of example for me, one time, like, last year, riding my motorcycle, I hop on my motorcycle, get to a gas station. I got my vest on. I got an unk on my vest. You know what I'm saying? So it's another white dude on a motorcycle, couple pumps down. He like, hey, where you going? Woo, how long you been riding? We having conversation. And then he goes into, I've been riding for a long time. Jesus Christ has allowed me to experience life at this pace, or do this, that, and third. And then he goes to say, yeah, you need to get rid of that devil's cross. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, so why do you think that's the devil's cross? He was like, yeah, because it's not the cross that Jesus Christ died on. Instantly, I know culturally you don't understand the difference between it. One means life, one means death, literally. Like, the unk means life, fertility. The cross means death, like a person died and you glorifying that. So I know that education wise, you don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. So now I'm just listening, because now you're speaking out of ignorance. You don't know what this unk means culturally to us. And that's what I'm saying. Like, most white and black couples, there's a lot of cultural differences in our communities that you will never understand. When there's a problem, like, that's when the friction is gone. So now, does love really exist?
But I have a guy, and he's been with a Caucasian woman for some years.
Okay.
And obviously they've come across each other with the different cultures and everything. They have an understanding now. Yeah. But to the point now where she cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's the biggest thing, just figuring out what's what.
Yeah, but even still, how I'm gonna feel about it. I don't that shit don't really move me because you know how I feel about your piece is more important than how somebody view you.
Yeah.
And this is for a black man, white man, green man, yellow man. I don't give a fuck. Whoever you love is who you love. Whatever you pick. I understand it's going to be scrutiny with everything, but that's even scrutiny when black on black love. Somebody just don't like somebody. You know, we spoke about this weeks ago with the mama things. But as far as that, black people, we are the most racist when it come to that shit. Because I remember vividly.
What you talking about?
I'm going to tell you, I remember vividly, people in my family used to tell me all the time, you better not bring no white woman in this house. Like, they stand on that shit. Like, you better not bring no white woman in this house. And it was like, when I was young, I didn't understand why. But as I got old, then I understand why. And that's cool. But if that would have been my choice, bro, I'm not going to be fighting my family on who I brought in this house. Now, me, I can't say I wouldn't do it because of what everybody else. It's just me. Like, I know I would end up, be with a black woman. It's nothing to do with, because she's black, she's white, she green, she yellow. It's just who you desire to love. But if it's a black woman with a white man, bro, that shit just be like cool. Like, they get a pass with that shit. For some reason, that shit is cool. It's no scrutiny. But I'm telling you, when it's us and we do it, we sellouts, we Uncle Tom, we this, we that. And I'm not even here to argue why it's okay, it's not okay. All I'm saying is this. That right there is just another reason I say that we just hate each other for no fucking reason, because it's only really frowned upon with African Americans and Caucasian. Because I know a lot of our homies that we grew up with that are with Puerto Rican women and other foreigners, and it's cool. But like you stated, if they would have brought a different color inside the house, now it's
Becky,
Karen, whatever,
That's a good name.
Only because you threw it there. It is like,
a good name.
But it's really, I don't really see a fucking issue with it in the world. You can't, bro. I keep telling y'all can't control who you love. You cannot control that shit. Do not be trying to love nobody for society views. You can't control who you love, bro.
Yeah, I can,
bro. No, you can't. Let me tell you something.
I could.
Okay, here we go again. So when you looked at your wife,
meaning I can stop before.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, say that, because I was going to say, bro. So you're trying to tell me, and I'm gonna ask it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna ask it. You ain't never just seen a white woman and be like, oh, okay, I can talk to her. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I can talk to her? No.
Like that you could have a conversation with her?
Oh, have a conversation, yeah.
Yeah.
But like dating.
No, remember I said at the beginning of it, I wasn't putting title. I was just saying your interaction with a white person, period. Yeah. No.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, period. Like, if I walked in and you was at a bar, maybe she your counterpart, maybe y'all work together or something. Mm-hmm. Like, would you feel uncomfortable with me saying that?
No.
That's my point. That's all I'm saying. So let's not act like it's just really that bad we interact with it. It's only when it's time to be like, I can't take her home, or I can't. But
no, if I wanted to, then that's my choice. Right. But me interacting with a white woman, no.
But understand it, because
Now, have I dated a white woman? No. Have I
interacted?
You know what I'm saying?
Use that word. Interacted.
We had.
Have you interacted? Use that word.
Why I gotta use that word?
Fuck it. Go ahead. But I was hoping. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Back in my college days.
That's why I was going with it.
I mean, you in college. You know what I'm saying? You have
that's
a
not
wide
range. That's not the reason we did it.
When you are not why the reason why I did it, but I mean, you're in a vicinity of all races. Now, I mean, I'm a football player.
You're the black athlete.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now there's some perks that come with this situation. Yes, okay, there were plenty of jaw jackings in the college dorm rooms.
It was what?
Don't say it again.
No, the fuck he is. Because when I say BDE, the whole battle stopped. Everybody in the room look up and I'm crazy. It was a lot of what going on?
Hey, we gonna edit that out.
No, we not. It was a lot of who?
I mean, you know me, right?
I know. So it was a lot of jaw jacking.
Is that
being a black athlete? Because that came with the perks of being a guy on campus.
Hey, hold on. Are we gonna say like that don't happen on college?
No, it's the truth.
Yeah, man. Like and quiet as kept, man. Them recruiters be throwing them at you. They be
It's
like,
the truth.
you know what I'm saying? He show him around. That's the code word. Show him around, bro. Like
And I'm glad you said it because one of the dopest movies he got game. Remember when Jesus Shuttleworth went to school?
I do Jesus.
Who they put him in the room with? Like who they got the meme with the two ladies? But I'm just saying that like
college was great for me.
I was there. So
I mean, yeah. I'm sorry. I had a little flag.
No, hey, that's cool. I love it when you tell the truth. I love it. So
hey, and all this, I know y'all colleges was fire too.
Bro, everybody, let me tell you, you can sit here and say this and all you want, and it's because how we was raised. Like you don't look at the opposite race and be like, ugh. I can't be seen with you. It's just
not at all.
You understand the backlash. Yeah. But we don't really believe there's nothing wrong. Like you just stated, you don't believe there's nothing wrong. That's not just what you're doing. You're not mirroring outside of your race. But you're not going to stop talking to me if I did it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So it's nothing wrong. It's just society just frowns it. Well, let me say this. It's only wrong when it's the black man.
It's double standard.
That does it. Because I'll tell you, boy, I say it over and over. When it's anybody else, they get a slap on the back, and the first thing it'd be like, this is what happened when niggas don't do you right. But when it's us, why you ain't married a black queen and all that. But we'll say that for the double standard episode. But I'm gonna just say, like, I don't see nothing wrong with the interracial, regardless black, white, dating, marriage, hanging out, whatever. I don't see nothing wrong because I feel like your piece is more important than how people look at you. I'm just know on my end that being a black man, you would get.
So all right,
go
ahead. Since we on the topic of double standards, like, is it double standards when it comes to the homosexual community? Is that the right political way to say it?
So that's good. I'm glad you know that because that was my oop. So you threw me because that's where we going with it. So
okay, like
now I did want to ask the panel, but before that, anybody got anything else to say about the interracial interaction period? You good?
I love my black women, and
and you love your jaw jacket back in college because it was the perks of being a black athlete. Like we're gonna
give me some.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I love it when somebody walks the show and they do
my word jaw jacking either, man.
I don't think they are.
I bet you on the die somebody's gonna steal that.
And you're excited about it.
I'm a trendsetter.
You looked and did all this and shook your head when I said BDE. Because you over here,
I didn't understand.
Jaw jacking and you excited.
I didn't understand that. Like when I was like this, I didn't understand what was.
But you understood what jaw jacking meant.
Everybody understands what jaw means.
Yeah. So
peace to my black queens. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, but that was for somebody else.
Peace to my black queens. Let's say first, boy. I hear you, sir. So that because you asked me a question like.
Oh yeah.
The homo, is it the same look? So my question was, like, I'm pretty sure we all experienced coming across people with different sexualities and their preference, families, friends, and that. So I want the same mindset. I want to know you guys' mindset when it come to that. So I'm gonna lead this one off. When it come to that, so I have a family member, and I remember when he spoke about him when he first told me he was more terrified than me. When he told me, like, he was terrified to tell me. And like I told him, like, bro, you're my brother. I love you to death. But I did have stipulations. Don't have me around and that I don't know. You can't have me around the gay people and I don't know. Mm-hmm. Don't let your friends know. Don't hit on me.
Because you gonna hit them back?
I will hope it don't lead to anything physical. But what I'm saying, don't let them know that don't hit on me. Mm-hmm. Don't make, if y'all gonna make comments, make that shit among yourself. Don't disrespect me. And I will respect you across the board. I don't have an issue with that at all. I do have an issue with America wanting to push that shit to the forefront. Like we spoke about it. You better not ever say nothing wrong about no goddamn animal and no person that likes the same sex. Mm-hmm. That shit is bigger than nigga. That shit is bigger than everything. You better not speak bad. That's my issue. Yeah. That's my issue when everything is being forced on you is my issue. I don't have an issue being around it. I don't have an issue seeing it. I can go out with my brother. I can go out with my homie that's
Cool.
That's like, I don't care about that. My issue is, make sure you respect me.
I think that's across the board.
Across the board. But no. Hold on. That's not across the board, because vividly, a couple of weeks ago, I'm at the gas station and I see him come in. And the reason I say I see him, because you could tell how he's dressing, you could tell how he's talking, you could tell how he's carrying himself.
How he dressing?
You could tell how he's talking, you could tell how he's carrying himself. I would like somebody to pick this show up, J.O., so I'm not going to make this.
All right, go ahead.
So, and I heard him and his friend, I'm going to say his friend in the back. And I heard him say this. Ooh, he fine. That shit right there almost made me turn around and bug the fuck up. Off the strip of, don't disrespect me, bro.
That's a compliment.
You just don't like the compliment.
Throw these goddamn shoes. But don't disrespect me, because
you not fine?
Oh yeah. Because if I ask you, don't do that, because it's a difference than when they saying you fine and I'm giving you a compliment like cute. Yeah, hey, I see you, my guy. That's the difference. So I walked out of the gas station. I sat in my car and I was just like, they bold. They bold, because if I'd have turned around and said some shit along the strip for us, why you like him? Now I'm wrong. Now we gonna get into it. I'm gonna be the one locked up on a hate crime. That's all I'm saying. Don't disrespect me, and I'm gonna respect you across the board. I don't. Hey, whatever you like, whatever you love, whatever that is, do your shit. Just do it in a respectable manner when there's others around you that don't agree with it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna open up the floor to let you speak about it first, Q.
I mean, I don't have an issue, with gay guys or gay females. I have no problem with it. I mean, I have family that a homosexual cousin, and it's like, cool, whatever. I don't care. I haven't had that.
Right, somebody tell you fine.
Well,
but you should have went back there when they do tell you that. Go over there and tell them thank you, my nigga, since it's a compliment.
Nah, I'm cool. I'ma just act
right.
like it didn't come my way.
Oh, okay.
And just
it's a compliment though.
But it's like,
right.
Whatever. That it is what it is. But I have no issue. I have no problem with that. But what you mentioned, you feel like it's being forced. I've seen, like, even in some shows and movies,
yeah,
where they put that out there, like
they even pay you more.
Like, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? Even in cartoons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And it's like,
they said that shit with the Superman. They turned his son into that cartoon.
And it's like, all right, okay, cool, I get it, but don't stop pushing that to kid shows and movies and things like that.
That's
the little kids are gonna watch. It's like, let them decide. Don't put that out there, because what do kids do when they see something? They mimic it.
Act on it.
They
right.
think that's okay. Don't push that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying, okay, it's something wrong with that, because at the end of the day, you're gonna make your decision which way you want to go.
Yeah. No,
but
that's up to you.
I don't necessarily agree with you pushing that to 3 and 4 year olds, and it's like they don't know
what's right or wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
What's good and bad. Yeah.
Don't influence it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're doing if you pushing that, and it's. And then on the other end, it's like, when you have certain situations, I think some years ago, I think Kobe said it. I think he called the ref a faggot or something like that. And it was like, it was like this big thing, and it was like, damn, okay, I get it, protect them, but shit, have that same energy with some other shit.
Yeah.
Have that same energy with using the N-word for black folks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to things like that, be equal all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Even, and speaking on the Dave Chappelle shit, everybody want to be equal. We want to be on the same playing field. Okay. You lesbian women, homosexual guys, transgender, whatever it is, you take these jokes too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You take these jokes too.
Everybody else get talked about in the crowd or in the media or in the news or athletes, whatever stupid shit they do, they get talked about.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all take this shit too.
Yeah.
Don't get mad and try to get shit canceled. That shit ain't cool.
You want to see how? Hey,
Cause now it's like you saying you here because we can't say shit.
hey, let me tell you something.
Exactly.
You want
Now-
to see how fast Mountain moves?
Now
Say some shit about that community.
Now
I don't
that
give a fuck
shit,
what race you is.
that shit ain't cool. Cause
Right.
it's like you want to be here with us,
Right, you want to fit in so bad,
when
but you
we
can't
say
take the joke.
something, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's 911, and it's like that ain't cool.
Yeah.
Like
To this day, I talk shit to my brother. To this day.
like that's my
Big
only
joke.
issue. Like we equal.
Yeah.
Don't act like that. Don't pull that card.
We only equal when they want to fit in. But we can't sit and laugh about it. Like you said, you couldn't. I mean, unless y'all really cool. But society, like David Chappelle,
Yeah.
like I'm not saying he meant what he said. I'm not really
he meant that
saying.
shit.
No, I'm not
No.
saying meant that that's in an evil way that he hates.
No,
Almost-
he don't hate.
But I'm
He
telling you,
said
it's one that community is bigger than black, white, green, nigga, hunk. It's bigger than all that. You want to see how much they care about that? Them and animals, they care about that more than anything in this world.
I'm not sure when it happened of how the gay community jumped the equality or inequality line. Like, how do you get to push the things that you like or dislike before people who actually fought and died for the line we even have?
Right.
So like, how, and it's so fucked up that hundreds of thousands of black people had to die for us to even have an option to even speak freely in the land of free. Like, you get the right to even say what you want to say because of us and what we went through. Like,
True.
and there's even a difference in that community. Like, white gays and black gays don't get treated the same either.
No, they don't.
So like, there's a discriminatory energy within that community. Like, I feel like everybody wants to take from our culture until it's time to speak for us. Like, when it's black problems, like, nobody's around, or the very few selective. But when it's gays, like, even some of
that
us,
shit different.
like, and that's why black people have to be so pro-black, is because we all that we got. Like, there is nobody to come to our rescue. We built this world. Everything came from us. Every culture, every trend, every invention, anything. If the culture needs to be pushed or any idea, like, it comes from us. Every subject, from astrology, astronomy, science, math, agriculture, everything came from us. So how do you dismiss us like this? Like,
that's true.
they don't know what our women were in breeding farms. They took our babies, used them as alligator bait. They hung us, they burned us, they ate us. Like,
They put us on display as animals.
Yeah,
we had
facts.
zoos.
And
Like,
bro, I'm telling you, even still,
like,
And
None
none
of
of
that
these
shit-
hoes want to look like us. Like,
yeah,
that shit crazy, right?
Like y'all. So
hold on. Now these who?
These hoes, they want to look
Oh, okay.
like us.
I just want to make sure when we say shit like that everybody.
No, like,
That shit ain't cool.
that shit ain't cool.
But like I
man.
told you,
Like,
they don't, bro. They really don't dislike us. They really want to be like, I fuck with y'all. They just don't want.
they don't have an identity.
They don't want their friends or whoever to be like, you hang with them. But bro,
Nah, fuck out of here.
yeah, you don't really have a bro. There's no reason to dislike a black person. Like, you really fuck with us and like everything about it. But it's the whole. You've been corrupt your whole life.
Every gay white man want to snap their fingers or have some motherfucking wiggle in their hips or act like a black woman, or everybody want to look like a black woman. Everybody want to carry themselves like a black woman, but y'all don't even know what a black woman goes through on a day-to-day
Bro, let me tell
basis.
you,
Like,
in that
how?
community, none of that shit matter, bro. That shit,
Right, man. Like,
that shit bigger than religion.
So in that regards, that, like, because I don't have a problem with nobody that's of that community, right? And actually, there's a lot of great people and that I personally know, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with your lifestyle. But when it comes to black problems and we standing alone, that's when I have a problem, because then now you get to push your agenda or whatever that may be, or you may have TV shows or kids' books, and it's like we only get a certain amount of time of the year in February to proclaim the excellence that we have. When if black people don't exist, the world don't exist.
Right.
You gotta understand that shit.
I agree. That's why I'm gonna cut in. That's why I say this. I hate that we even celebrate Black History Month. Because we fall into systematically letting them believe that they control when we celebrate. So if you notice, not one time have we said anything about Black history on this show. Because you're not finna tell me that I get only 28 days or 29 days, depending on how the leap year, to talk about something black.
No.
So, hey, black folks, stop falling into that shit. If it's Black History Month, it's Black History Year, not fucking month. Yeah. Stop letting them control. Let's not let them control the narrative of when you get if you want to speak black, that you get 28 days. Yeah. No, you get 365 just like they do. And understand that.
I was telling one of my guys I live with in the mornings, like, man, I'm starting not to even like the word black. Like,
we're not black anyway.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like, it's a color, but that's not our nationality, which a lot of people think that's But black people, we don't have a backing. Like, we don't have another continent or country where black people in America can get support from. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm like, so who do we identify? Because yeah, we could say Africa, but a lot of African cultures don't even identify with black people in America.
True.
So it's like, why am I hoorahing and being pro-black? Like, what is black? Like, I think as black people, we need to identify what that really means in America, because by the books, it actually means nothing. Like, there's no country, there is no military base, there is no bank that's backing us. True. So we just out here rooting for a color that really don't mean nothing, which I understand. Like, yeah, we identify with the color, but
well, we actually dark brown. Ain't none of us fucking brown.
Yeah,
we just really we really dark brown.
It, you look back at how we got here. It was like we were stripped.
Yeah,
everything.
They took all that shit and they tried to flip it into this other shit and start giving us religion and all this other bullshit. Took our names and all of that. So it's like you said, we really don't have much. You know what I'm saying? We can go off what we know now, what we have now, but what we knew or what our people knew, they took that shit.
And I'm glad you said that, because if you really break everything down, religion, interracial issues, and homosexuality is a United States of America issue. It's not a world issue.
Yeah.
That's the United States of America issue, because I ain't the brightest crayon in the box, but I know enough. You don't hear other races talking about same sex. You don't hear other races talking about.
It's really, in third world countries, it's really frowned upon. Like, they don't.
That is systematically the way to control us once again, to be into it with each other.
I do know that.
Like, you don't hear these shows or anything showing you how the other world interact with each other, and they saying, "Oh, we like the same sex." Oh, that's the United States of America problem. Or they're forcing religion. Like, nobody else forces religion like how they force it over here, because it's another way to keep us in touch with each other. Nobody, like, you're not going over there and saying, "Oh, I'm going to date this race." No, you won't even be allowed over here in this country if that is the case. Like you just spoke about, just think. None of this other races deal with that shit. It's just the United States of America fucking problem.
I got a question.
That speaks about that.
When are we gonna talk about religion? Because that should be a.
So the thing about it, because we have a show about it, and I'm working on some things on what angle I wanna go. Like, are we gonna have a guest or is gonna have us? Because when we say that, when we speak about that, two things are going to happen.
And I want them to happen.
People gonna learn to listen to understand. And then we're gonna have the one that listens to get mad. So we got a whole show about it. Mm-hmm. We got a whole show about it, but we're gonna make sure we do our homework on how to present it, because we're not gonna just come up here because we really agree on it. So we're gonna make sure we do our homework on it, on how we're gonna present it.
So, and I'm gonna keep this short because I know we finna keep moving. But my minor in college was theology, so I've read seven different versions of the Bible. I've done papers, lectures, watched hundreds of documentaries. So like my perspective on the Christian faith and religion as a whole, how it's being taught, is not like a lot of people. So,
it's not real.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it's not real.
I agree. But when we get into this episode, I'm a definitely dive in.
Yeah. So and since you brought it up, and I'm gonna say it real quick. You cannot be saying United States of America and God we trust, and the Holy Bible is supposed to be the #1 book, but then still push homosexuality. Because if you know anything about a religion, quote unquote, God frowned upon that. But we'll speak about that at another time. But what I'm saying is, so before we move on, I'll just make sure everybody understands this, and we're going to go back. We started off speaking about the N-word, and how we feel like where it came from and why we shouldn't say it and why we should say it or who should say it and how it's been delivered. Then we went into interracial relationships, meaning dating, talking, sexual, whatever you call it. Now understand, we don't have an issue with any of this, so don't get mad of our point of view with any of this.
I don't care if you get mad.
Yeah, I don't get mad, but I'm told you people only listen to reply, not to understand. And the homosexuality community, because I know someone that watches us, we don't have an issue with it. We definitely want to be respectable, but we damn sure don't like the fact that that's more important. That community is more important than other things that goes on in the world. That is the only thing that, for some reason, America agrees on and is scared to say any fucking thing about. But you can get on live TV and say, fuck these niggas, and still have your job tomorrow. But you better not get on TV and kill an animal, ask Michael Vick. You better not get on TV and frown at transgender, same-sex. You better not get on any of that shit. Because your life is done. Trust me. If you don't believe, just look at the baby. He made one comment. In 12 minutes, they canceled his ass off every fucking show. Every fucking show. But he can get up there and say nigga all he want. He can get up there and do all that he want. But when it comes to that community, that's all I'm saying, man. That shit different.
You know why? Because people of those communities are the higher-ups.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
your Caucasian males up top, all your Catholic priests, hey man, we know what that culture is.
You got a point.
Things don't change unless the people up top change. And if they are for what that community is for, then they're going to push that agenda.
Yeah.
It's very hard for us as black people to push what we need to be equal in this country, because there's not a lot of black people up there at the top to make proper change.
Things change when you start fucking with their money.
Yeah,
for sure.
And not enough of us get together to do that. You think about sports with the thing with Brian Flores.
Yeah.
The league is what they say 70+% black. What if they all said fuck y'all?
Yeah.
But I'm glad you said it, because I told people this when that Colin Kaepernick shit happened and everybody was talking about this. I used to tell people, you so motherfucking mad, don't play the game.
Yeah.
If you so motherfucking mad, if you were so mad that they didn't let Cap play no more and all this, don't play the game.
Guarantee that change.
Don't play
Guarantee
the
that change.
You want to find out? Ask the NBA. When I want to say it was the Bucks and Charlotte or something.
Magic
in
the bubble.
And they said they wasn't playing.
Yeah,
I think it was Magic said they want. Bro, they didn't even come on the fucking court. The NBA was hectic. Like, what are we finna do?
They on the phone like hey, yo,
let's talk now. Let's talk today. We're not gonna talk next week. Let's talk today, because that wasn't even a phone call. Because from what I was told, it ain't like the Magic and the Buck agreed. Because Johnny said he didn't even know.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the Bucks were like, we ain't playing. That's all it take. If you really mad, all right, fuck up their money. But it's easy to have behind cameras and say, you mad and I agree with Cap and I agree with this and I agree with that. But still play. Like when people was calling me about the Brian Flores and then I heard that it was coming out that he may be getting paid for the games or whatever. And I was like, damn, so why the hell you ain't speak then, Brian? If you were so mad and you thought there was racism then, why you didn't speak when quote unquote allegedly?
You was getting paid.
But we'll speak about that on the sports episode. We'll speak then, because it's a lot that goes into that. But we are going to go right into the sport topic, and we make it quick, but we're going to talk about two things here. We're going to talk about the Rams winning the Super Bowl and your opinion on the halftime show. So go ahead, Q.
I loved all of it.
What the fuck?
As far as the game itself, I actually picked the Rams to win by 3. I didn't bet though. I didn't bet because I knew something wasn't gonna hit, and Odell got hurt.
That's what fucked my money up. Odell.
So, but I actually picked that too because somebody hit me like, "Hey, bro, what you think about this bet?" I'm like, they had, I think, St. Louis by like 5 or 6. I'm like, nah. I'm like, it's gonna be a close game. Give them 3.
Gotcha.
And that's what happened. But the game
he meant L.A., not St. Louis. He meant L.A.
Well, yeah, my bad. But the game itself, I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't really care who won.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the game was cool. I enjoyed that. And the halftime show, I like Snoop. Like, Snoop is like that super smooth, cool, you know, uncle or dad, however you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoyed his part. I mean, Eminem, I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of who? Like, what, his music?
I'm not a fan of Eminem.
Of his, like, entire catalog.
Well, you know why? You know why?
Just him. Like,
no,
I'm not.
That's personal.
No, I'm just not a fan.
Because, quote unquote, he beat Jay-Z on Renegade.
No, I didn't get that.
And
he didn't.
He definitely did.
What?
He did, but we got an episode with that.
But
he did.
You know, I don't really care for Eminem, so it's like that was whatever.
Don't wait.
I was
just say you don't like him.
I was glad to see Kendrick because he's been out for so long. He's been chilling. So, but overall, I think I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show. You know, it was good to see these vets or these legends. You know what I'm saying? Get out there together. That was dope. Yeah. So overall, I enjoyed the show.
Okay, Jay.
The game. My only issue is I don't think Cooper Kupp should have got MVP. I think that performance was just an average wide receiver performance. If you look at the game,
who should have got it?
Aaron Donald. Like, we talking about somebody who affected the game. Mm-hmm. Now, you as a wide receiver.
It was because of the last drive.
Four catches for, I think it was like 70 yards.
No.
Cooper?
No.
He had 8 for 92.
He had 61 yards on the game-winning drive.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was different.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
You thinking of Odell stats in the beginning?
Eight catches, right? Now, if you take Cooper Kupp and take him out of the Rams, he's just an average receiver. He works for Sean McVay's system.
I can't agree with that. But
reason being, he's an average size receiver. He's an average speed receiver. He's above average with catching, but he works for that system.
He talking about Cooper Kupp at Eastern Washington or something. Because he ain't talking about Buddy on the rim.
No. If
average Jay, the man won a triple crown, bro.
Okay, is he better than Devontae Adams?
No, that doesn't take nothing away from him.
This
takes
year
a lot.
he is.
No, fuck he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
okay, but you're not understanding that. I just named 3 things that he's averaging.
He still do it better than a lot of people though.
And he's not better. And he's not better than Devontae Adams. And Devontae Adams had the MVP.
Everybody's based on system though.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you got.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, look, because I don't want to turn it into that because we're gonna do that on Thursday. But
no, I got to get this out. No, Cooper Kupp is an average receiver.
Wow, gee, that's tough.
You can name 10 receivers better than him.
No, you can't.
Nobody's average doing that in the Super Bowl, knowing that Odell was out, and they know he's the guy.
That's what I'm gonna get to, bro. That makes him different, bro. Understand it.
I
understand it. They was down to their 3rd tight end.
Jefferson left
because Jefferson wasn't on nothing.
Because the baby was being born, so he left.
I get that.
Cooper Kupp, and remember, Eli Apple was in the media earlier that week talking about this, that, and the third. Bro, understand what you're saying. When you know you're gonna get double, I'm not saying that. But what they did on that game-winning drive, bro, when everybody in the world knew the ball was coming to Kupp, you can't take nothing away from. Now I agree with you. He shouldn't have won MVP because I believe Aaron Donald should have won.
Okay,
but hold on, because I don't want to turn this into that. So because we gonna talk about
okay. If Cooper Kupp is on Cincinnati, do they win with those stats?
Yes.
No, they do not.
What you mean?
If Cooper Kupp is on Cincinnati, they win the Super Bowl. They win the Super Bowl.
Okay, listen. Jalen Ramsey would have to stick Cooper Kupp in because
he had a bad game.
Exactly.
And you know I love Jay, but he had a bad game.
Okay, see, if he had a bad game, he would have destroyed him. He would have, because you're talking about a wide receiver that's a rookie who was playing a vet, making vet plays on him.
He made one catch on
average. You're talking about an average receiver.
I can't stop using that word.
He's average.
Okay. How do you feel about the halftime show? Because I don't want to turn this to the debate. We're gonna talk about that Thursday. Yeah.
Average. Okay.
Go ahead.
Now halftime show, I fairly enjoy it. I don't really care about 50, which I love the first album, but overall I enjoyed it. Mary, you should have picked a different song. Okay, like, and when I see Mary now, I think of Zeke. So like.
Damn,
you got then you shot his daddy. Like you gotta go. Okay, like you gotta go, man. Okay, and then I mean I'm a fan of Eminem. So when he kneeled, that was a big deal to me. Like,
publicity stunt.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I mean everybody knows him to do whatever he wants to.
Yeah,
so ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him.
And I'm glad you said that.
And Kendrick, I love how he brought the Meteor Man theme with
the Golden Lords.
With the Golden Lords,
yeah.
that was hard. I fuck with that. And I mean, they gave a lot of love to the Crips, man. They was out there sea walking, boy. Hey, no lie. When I seen that, I'm like, they should have just let the GDs in the door.
They should have.
Facts.
What? Facts.
Like, you just said
that is the best fucking thing you said on this panel today.
Bro, you just let the GDs in the door.
Facts.
Like, but nah, that was dope. Now the other flip side of that is the Caucasian culture who didn't agree with rap being halftime show. You really seen how racial like it was when they was posting their tweets and memes and stuff like.
But that's a
yeah. But
they ain't like Katy Perry, and she one of them. So
yeah. So I mean, I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. That shit was raw as hell.
Okay.
Now, Aaron Donald, congratulations to you, like most dominated player.
No, I'm not even finna let you have that moment because you're not finna steal my point. Because weeks ago off camera, you stood your ass in here and said, I ain't never seen him do this. And I told y'all, you've never seen a player in the NFL that takes over a fucking game like Aaron Donald. And I'm going to say Aaron Donald is outside of Lawrence Taylor. It's the most dominant fucking player yet. Bro, he was getting triple team and won both games. And he did the same thing against San Fran and the Rams. So far, Super Bowl, I'm not agreeing with Cooper Kupp's average, so I argue with you in 2 days. Aaron Donald should have won MVP off the strength of.
He came on too late. I think that's why.
But that's when it mattered. That's when it mattered because Jalen Ramsey was out there. He was having a tough day. His tough day still better than some other days. Matthew Stafford wasn't really on his game until the last drive. Akers really couldn't do nothing. Like Cincinnati was really being shaped up to win. Mm-hmm. But when that man put that S on his chest, and nobody is fucking with Aaron Donald.
I think that happened when he tried to choke him on the sideline.
And that I don't give a fuck what sent it up. That's even worse. Aaron Donald should have won MVP. But far as the Super Bowl halftime shit, let me say this, bro, before y'all, because y'all gonna be that shit was horrible. That shit was a good collaboration of black folks. But far as the performance, and so I was at our manager on our team. I was at his house watching the party. And I was looking at the Super Bowl through his eyes. And the formations of the dancing and how they transitioned from performer to performer, that part was good. Mary J. Blige was in full Monet mode, and y'all know I love Mary, but that was a horrible song to pick. Mm-hmm. I felt like the 50 Cent shit was irrelevant, and then I had to realize it was Dre Day. The Eminem was like, I just felt like all the songs could have been different, and I just felt like it was really everybody. No, Kendrick was cold. Kendrick was cold, but Eminem's song I liked it. But I just felt like I just thought it was gonna be more with them collabing. Kendrick was cold, but even still, it was like it was quick.
I don't think it was because there was a lot of people saying it was the best.
No, it wasn't even top 5.
Yeah, to me, I think Prince was the best.
That's debatable too, because you got a lot of people that believe in Beyonce, Maroon 5, bro. There's a lot of things that debate. I'm just speaking about this one was not even in the conversation of being great. Mm-hmm. It was a great collab of names, but even the names I felt disappointed us coming together. I maybe in my eyes I was expecting a whole different concept. But a lot of people were saying that, they felt like they stole Donda, with the Kanye shit with the house Donda. So it was like,
I would have been happy with just Snoop, Dre, and Kendrick.
I would have just been happy with just Kendrick.
I'd
have been happy if Mary would perform the 411 out. But it was the song, and it was just like then the whole. I was wondering like, Mary, don't nobody want to hear that? Like I don't know who picked it or whatever, but. the only bright spot, you know, our homie put it together, Jigga. Jay-Z put all that together, so I love that. But, you know, that was black folks. Stop always thinking because somebody black doing something that you can't tell the truth. Like, that shit wasn't that good. It was just great names.
I enjoyed it.
On the stage. But, you know, moving forward, you know, time to go put our study guide on and get in class real quick.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So today's theme, if you sit in the back, it's the GOAT. It's his birthday this week. So, you know, we went with a Jordan theme across the board. The hard work assignment was to wear your favorite silhouette, you know, meaning wear your favorite number Jordan. So we got the Jordan 3 in the front, and we got the wall. So as always, J.O., kick it off, you know.
Hey, so that y'all know, okay?
Yeah. Please put that disclaimer out there.
So that y'all know, okay?
This is not a corporate decision.
No, this is me because when I have these, and I'm like, man, let me throw this shirt together with it. There has never been a colorway green and white come out. Okay, these are custom. Okay, these are custom.
Please clean that up. Oh yeah,
okay? These are custom. Okay, so just go with the shirt. All right, but I mean, I like it. I mean, that was
as you supposed to. I'm just glad you cleaned it up first.
Yeah. Because I don't want motherfuckers to be like, oh, like.
Originally, it was the Gym Red 12 from like 2016.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like
say today.
Yeah, man, like we 12s, okay. But okay, socks. Got Egos. Got the Lego My Egos, nigga. What you talking about? I get to say that word because
I don't even know what they have to do with the ego, J.O.
Nah, I ain't got nothing to do. I just want to throw that in just because I could. And you can't sue me because I got an LLC. Shout out to Money Back Up. Okay.
All right, man. So my favorite silhouette is definitely the Jordan 11. Now I'm gonna say this: the Jordan 11 is my favorite Jordan. Colorway wise, I don't think no one is better than Jordan 1. You all right? You good, sir? You tired?
No, I'm good.
We all know what these these are the cool grays. So, you know, I did a little assignment earlier, you know, trying to test the GOAT. Because, you know, I don't know if you guys remember back then he was telling you guys the difference of the 11. So I wanted to really know if he knew which one these was, Rich Release. And, of course, he got them right. Sock-wise, I got your boy Pennywise. You know, everybody know him from the It, the Clown. You know, something real simple, but we already know ain't nobody fucking with my sock game, man. Ain't nobody fucking with my sock game. You know, but you're going to throw it over. What you got on before you get into class? Before you tell everybody what you wearing.
Olive Nines. It's a 10-year-old shoe. They released in 2012. Actually, this is not my favorite silhouette. I'll get into that in a second. But like I say, this Olive 9 they released in 2012. This was the first silhouette that released after MJ's retirement. So this was the first one because after, you know, the three-peat, the first retirement, I should say.
Yes, because I was going to say, please don't.
Yeah, after the three-peat, you know, he left the game, and then of course they continue with the releases. So this silhouette is not a whole lot of colors out there, but this one is I think is really underrated. Me personally, I don't see a lot of people with it, but I think it's dope as hell. Just because I don't see a lot of people with it makes me like them even more. Yeah. You know. But yeah, this Retro 9 olive colorway, and my socks. I'm repping one of the guys. He got a sock line out. He know who he is. He gonna see him once this video come out. But repping one of the guys. Of course, the red to go with the shoe, the little hints in the back, and the t-shirt and everything. So, but yeah, just y'all see that there? That's my man's logo. So, yeah. Now,
go ahead, teach this class.
Now, my favorite silhouette is the Retro 3,
which is still debatable.
This is, in my opinion, it's the best.
Hold on, the best
silhouette of them all. Yes,
of all Jordans.
What the fuck?
Of all Jordans.
The 3? Well, I know you love them, but like, you really saying it's the best?
Yeah, I believe this is the best silhouette in my opinion. For, you know, people who don't know, this was the first Jordan that had a visible air bubble. If you go back, look at the twos, look at the ones. Of course, obviously those don't have any, a bubble in there. It's not visible at least. But this one is the white cement, the free throw line. This one was originally released in '88. For y'all that I would assume y'all should know. But in '88, the All-Star game was in Chicago.
It was, yeah.
Right.
And that's when he did the dunk from the free throw line. Hence
Inside the free throw line, but I get it.
Well, yeah, because
Nah.
if you look at the bottom, you see that.
Right where his foot took off at.
Yeah.
Oh,
But see, people didn't even notice it. I'm so glad you
oh.
turned it over because I remember when somebody asked me about the shoe.
that
They thought he
shit
was just
cold.
in the game. No, it's actually where his foot
Yeah.
touched the line.
So this one, I mean,
That's
obviously
dope.
this wasn't the exact shoe. It didn't have a clear bottom back in the day, but this was a remake just to show, where his foot was when he took off from the free throw line in that dunk contest. That dunk contest was pretty debatable. Some people feel like Mike should have lost to Dominique, but
I can't say he lost because even stepping on the free throw line is still a hell of an achievement. But
yeah.
it's the reason it's called home field advantage. It's the reason. Like, you home, you bet not. Dominique wasn't gonna be able to leave Chicago, and then say they won. All right.
And then another reason I picked this one instead of the other Retro 3 is because Sunday is the All-Star game, so this weekend is All-Star weekend, so it only made sense to bring this one out. This one released actually to this day, well, the 14th, 4 years ago, on February 14th.
Insane.
What
the fuck?
But this-
I just looked at his watch. Man, you did.
But this is this one is in my opinion, it's the best one, hands down. Obviously,
You forgetting what I'm surprised of all the things you didn't point out.
oh well, of course.
Yeah, that's what I just knew you was going with.
Well, of course,
Because they got to know the difference, man.
Yeah, now you have the original. Back in the day, it had the Nike Air on the back, and then you had the release back in 2011. This same colorway came out. It wasn't a clear bottom, and it had just the Jumpman logo on the back. And then they had another release in 2013, same shoe. Gray bottom though, the original.
Yeah.
It wasn't a clear. And then they came with this one in 2018. So it's a bunch of different variations of this one. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, it's pretty dope. If you look on the tongue, it has his score from the dunk contest.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but nah, it's super dope. As you can see, these ain't touched the ground just yet. So, honestly, I don't know if they ever will. But this is
y'all know how I feel about threes. I love the detail of the shoe, but it's for you to say it's the best silhouette. Like,
and with it being MJ's birthday coming up and All-Star Weekend as well, we decided to do a theme of Jordans and shoes he wore in the All-Star game.
This gonna be. I gotta shoot this shot real quick because I will never forget when the guy told us like that our shoes was fake and all that other shit. Like, just understand these are every shoe he wore in the All-Star game. Every shoe, every one of them.
Okay.
All right, in his career.
Well, before that, we got the All-Star jersey hanging over there. That's from '93. If y'all want to look that up. And then starting from 1990, the Retro 5, y'all can Google all of these if y'all want, All-Star Game or
I don't
whatever,
think they're gonna challenge you.
just to see,
They ain't gonna do that.
just to see which shoes he wore in those games. So starting from the top, we got 1990 All-Star Game, 91, 92, and 93.
So that's 5.
The Metallic 5, OG Classic, Infrared 6. This is the Infrared 6 from 2019. So there's a couple different models. But this one is from 19 that has the Nike Air on the back. There was another release in 2014, Black Friday release. It has the Jumpman on the back. And then we have the Bordeaux 7 from 92 All-Star Game. This Bordeaux 7 is from 2011. There was also a 2015 release. The people that really know, as you can see, if they zoom in, you will see them silver tips on the laces. That's how you know that's from 2011. 2015 didn't have that. It's a couple of small things outside of that, but and then we got the Aqua 8. Like I said, he wore that in '93 with that jersey. Again, if y'all want to Google that, y'all will see that.
But they're not gonna challenge you, bro. Like they're not even finna do that.
But yeah, so and that Aqua 8's from 2016. So yeah, those just a couple of shoes he wore in the All-Star game. Of course, there's more, but yeah, I just decided to go with those.
Hey, so this is what I be saying when I be telling you like that people just be asking questions about. It's a difference of having shoes and knowing shoes.
Bro, that shit is impressive.
Nobody is fucking with bro, but that goes into it, man. Like we're gonna do a whole shoe edition because I really feel like I told you a couple weeks ago, Q. Like it's really time to get in our bag. Like it's really that time. And I know you're gonna be on the show. I know you're gonna be with it, but I'm still thinking of the concept, and I'm pretty sure Q gonna figure it out. But it's really time to get into our bag because you teach the class and we show our shoes, but it's really time to because it ain't just about Jordan.
Man, you got
It ain't
class.
Yeah, it ain't just about Jordan. But we're getting to that, man. But I would definitely say, man, another great show. Time to get up out of here, man. If hey, start preparing for the next show. So to my right and to my left,
You got Q.
this your boy Hollywood Tim, and we out.
Bon appetit. I be cooking what you looking for, who got the heat? Wrote these books on how to get it, all I need's a beat. Breaking bread with all my niggas, ain't no breaking me. I just write it how I see it, you can peep my speech.